You taking a strap? I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 100 of the SZN Podcast. As always, I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flows.
And just before we kick off the episode, my usual housekeeping message, please make sure you check us out on the streaming platforms or YouTube if you prefer visuals. Head to SZN Podcast or SZN Pod, which is on Instagram and Twitter. There's a link in the bio on both of those platforms there. I'll take you to where we are situated at streaming-wise. So please make sure you do that, guys. Like, subscribe.
Yes, please.
All that good stuff. But viewers, listeners, well, as you can see or hear,
It's sounding crisp still.
the audio is sounding crisp for a reason. This is our 100th episode, so it's a massive milestone for us. But for this, should we start with obviously just thanks to the viewers and the listeners for rocking with us all this time.
100%.
And we thought, as it's the 100th episode, sort of a big milestone. You'll get the first live studio session of the SZN Boys. You get me?
In a discreet location. The visuals are looking clean for you.
Yeah. Trust me. We got the visuals. We got the nice podcast set up with the boom arms. Looking real professional out here now.
It's our first time linking up for this episode as well. So
Trust.
doing it in person.
Yeah.
In a nice little studio.
Yeah, man. I feel like definitely I think going forward for like big episodes, for example, and like special occasions and massive matchups, we gotta do the studio thing. Especially when we have guests on as well. Yeah. I think it's a nice little something that'll be good. So
yeah, moving forward, man. Here's to the next 100 still, man. Thank you for working with us.
100%.
Stay tuned. A lot more to come. Being consistent.
We'll cheers with water.
Yeah, let's do a little cheers. Oh, maybe not spill it everywhere.
It's Sunday, to be fair. So it's the Lord's Day, so Alright.
Yeah, stay hydrated and all that.
Yeah, trust, it's warm. Cool. Let's get into it, man. 100th episode. There isn't any fights for us to review that sort of went down. Nothing major, anyways.
Nah.
So I want to get straight into what's going on next week. There's a nice little preview, a couple previews we got to do, and I want to start with. We usually start at home, but I want to start with America first this time. Let's talk about Danny Garcia.
Swift.
The return of Swift. Because we haven't seen him since he got demolished by Errol Spence. Am I right?
Yeah, I think EJ gave him. It wasn't demolishing because he tried, but he lost. He lost.
It was especially it was EJ post car crash as well. That was the first time EJ come back. Everyone was worried, thinking this is a tough fight. This is a tough comeback fight. You get me? But EJ did what EJ does. You get me? So. But yeah, he's against Jose Benavidez.
Not David Benavidez.
Not David, it's Jose. So he's David's he's older brother, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's older.
He is definitely older.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Flo, this one's gonna be at 154?
Crazy. It is.
Yeah, cool. Because he did say afterwards that he was moving up. After that EJ lost, he did say he was gonna move up. Yeah. And I think he kind of went ghost. he went ghost for a while. No one saw him. He didn't know what he was doing. But he's back now. I'm intrigued to see Danny Garcia's career at 154 play out. I'll be honest. How much he's got left to give, first of all. He's campaigned a long time at 140, 147. Does he still have that hunger to be a fixture in that division? Boy, jury's out. And then also, I think my question mark for me as well. Oh boy, my mind's just gone blank. I had a question I wanted to delve into. I think for me, Danny Garcia, he's a fighter that I like. I think you like as well.
Yeah.
He's someone that I feel like he's never gonna be respected in boxing circles. He gets a lot of hate for being overrated and a world-class cherry picker.
Throughout his career as well.
Throughout his career.
Yeah, throughout his career.
Even when the milestone win that catapulted him to superstardom was the Khan victory. Even then, after that, everyone said he got lucky. Or rematch, Khan washes him, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he had the cherry pick tag attached to him for his career. He then went and fought Matisse, who everyone was like, okay, cool. You're fighting an opponent that's not a cherry pick, and he's probably going to knock you out. And that's when he probably gave his finest boxing performance of his entire career, that Matisse fight. And still, they won't give him his credit. Yeah, look, you've seen it. He gets a lot of disrespect.
I remember the card was clearly, and it was saying, he closed his eyes, he threw it like he didn't even know where he was throwing.
Trust.
Yeah, they violate him still. And
Yeah.
The cherry picking tangents has always been with him.
Always.
Where Angel guy says, we cherry pick you. You're the cherry.
Yeah. I think this one will be worth turning up to because obviously it's always worth watching a Danny Garcia presser because it's not because of him, it's really Angel. His dad that does the talking. So that's me funny to see again. But yeah, man. Yeah, he I don't think he'll ever get his his just due. Is what it is. This as a 154 opponent for me, my initial thoughts are it's a good opponent, decent opponent. Jose Benavidez is a good fighter, and actually, he was tipped to be a star. Jose Benavidez, you know what I mean? Up until when obviously randomly he was walking his dog or something and he got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I swear wasn't that gang related?
Yeah, the Benavidez is on some different stuff, man. Yeah,
they're good, yeah. They're good.
So.
Yeah, that's sports, yeah. But yeah, his career he had a really high trajectory in his career and he was doing really well. I think he was at the time was a welterweight and stuff, and yeah, randomly he was walking his dog and he got attacked and he got shot in the leg. That was all never explained, but ever since then he's never been the same fighter. Mobility wise, he just hasn't been the same. The last time I remember watching him probably was obviously Crawford. Remember Crawford? That got spicy, and he gave Crawford a good fight up until when Crawford then did his usual Crawford thing and figured him out and then just applied pressure on him and got him out there in the end late on.
Yeah.
But I think as a 154 opponent, I don't know what he'll be like at 154. I know he's quite big, so it could be a good opponent for Danny. Yeah, Danny's not going to go straight into a new division fighting someone tough. He's going to fight someone that will give him a decent challenge and let him feel out the division. So yeah, overall I think it'll be a decent fight. I wouldn't like it.
It's a difficult one because these guys are both competed at 140.
Yeah.
Competed at welterweight for some time.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the first fight at 154 for both of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see the logic in terms of the 154 division. To me, it's not as fierce as the 147.
Yeah.
It's obviously Charlo's now the kingpin of 154.
Yeah.
He's the man to beat. But I still think EJ and Crawford are harder to beat.
Yeah, I agree.
So in that division, maybe you can go there and maybe Charlo moves up, so it's a wide open division at that point. So potentially, I think if you're looking at the landscape of each division, 154 is more promising if you still have those aspirations for titles and making waves in the division. Because right now, both of them have lost to the best guys in 147.
Yeah.
They're not seeing a rematch.
Trust.
So they have to either move down, where that's hot as well.
Yeah.
You got the youngsters moving around in that division.
Moving shit.
Yeah. You don't want to go down there and get washed by them.
Trust.
Because they'll come and eat you.
Yeah.
And so 154 is like, that's just been cleared out. Maybe Charlo will do. He's facing Tim Tszyu.
Yeah.
And as mandatory, maybe he'll do his mandatory, then move up, and then the division's wide open.
I think, yeah.
So it makes sense for that. Am I checking for either of their careers? Not really, because Danny Garcia is what, like 30 something now.
I think 32.
All of them are old. Like Sean Porter, retired. Keith needs to retire. Amir Khan retired.
Yeah,
all them man that they were moving and shaking with.
Yeah.
All retired, so all these men aren't even young anymore. I think Benavidez is the older brother, he's probably in his 30s as well.
Yeah.
So it's not a super exciting fight, but it's a good matchup. I fancy Swift if we're going to make predictions, but
Yeah, I fancy Swift as well.
Okay, cool.
Only because I feel like he's operated at a higher level compared to Jose.
Yeah.
Again, no disservice, no discredit to Jose. He got unfortunate in his career. He was someone that was tipped for something great, and the injury, cruel injury, and just mobility wise, he's still a good boxer, but just mobility wise, he's never been the same. So I expect Danny to do what Danny does, and Danny himself is a bit of a slow starter, but once he gets going and once he times you with that trademark left hook, I think that we might see something there. And I've said from day, Danny's underrated. He's very underrated defensively. He's very tough to, when he wants to be, quite difficult to hit. He's got very good body and head movement. He's a bit flat-footed sometimes, but just in general, he's a tough boy. Yeah. He's taking big shots. I don't think he's ever touched canvas. Khan didn't put him down. No. I mean, Khan blitzed him with the hand speed, but he never went that. Like he's, you know, he's really tough to hit cleanly, and
Spence didn't put him down.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. He's very underrated, I think.
He's been in there with all of them.
Yeah.
Spence, Porter, Keith,
Khan. I mean, look, that's what he's operated at a much higher level compared to Jose Benavidez. Yeah. You can't take that away from him. His resume is good, and he hasn't won all the fights. But apart from the Spence fight, I don't say, for me, Danny losses to Keith. Tough loss. Yeah. Tough. Keith won, but it was a competitive fight. He lost to Porter, right?
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't a washing. It was a tough loss. He's competitive in all his fights. Spence, you might say, kind of got washed, but as you said, was he really washed? It was.
Yeah, he had his moments.
He had his moments,
he had
but
success portions.
Yeah. Spence probably beaten the best. So, he's a good fighter, Danny, and I'm intrigued to see what he's got left to give. I don't know at this point. My gut is telling me that I don't think he shakes up anything in that division, I'll be honest. But then again, I question who's in the division. Obviously, Charlo's there. Charlo we expect to move up. That then leaves it as like a free-for-all for everyone. Who's there? Who's potentially there? What's his name? The Dominican wonder kid. Xander Zayas, is he 154?
Oh, yeah. Is he 154? I think so.
I think he might be.
Yeah, but even I don't think he's ready to be stepping up.
He's not. Well, I wouldn't say he's ready to clean up, but I feel like he's probably the next one up in that division, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I feel like
he's on our list.
I don't think Danny's been rushing to fight him. I'll be. So yeah, it's interesting. I want to see what his ambitions are. I feel like he might want to snag a title and then just chill around, I guess. But I feel like we are coming to the final stretch of Danny Garcia's career.
Yeah, definitely. Facts.
There's, like you said, he's not going to stay at he's left 147 now for a good reason. He will never go back to 140. It's now, and he's way too small for 160. He's even small for 154.
Exactly. They're big boys. They're still big boys.
So this is, I think, the final hurdle, the final stretch, the final portion of Swift's career. And we look at it in retrospect, Flores, it's a good career. He's had a very good career, I think.
Yeah, how many?
So two division world champion. He won 140 and 147. I think he's won 140 titles in 147 more than once. Fought the best. Looked competitive against the best, even if he lost. Yeah,
nice. Knockout rule as well.
Yeah, very nice knockout rule. Yeah, 100%. So he's done well. And I'm intrigued to see what he's got left come Saturday night.
I'm not really too intrigued, I can't lie. It is what it is. I think just going for the money grabs, big man.
What other money grabs are there for him though? I think Charlo.
Yeah, it's if he wins this, he should be screaming Charlo's name.
PBC will keep it,
Yeah, he'll keep it in-house. Scream Charlo's name.
Yeah.
And then call it a day. It's simple. Like, there's not too many money grabs at 154. Charlo's the main name, so do that. And I mean, we've seen the best of him. Like we say, we're seeing all these peers, all these rivals packing it in. And remember, Spence was younger than all of them when he was coming through. Yeah. And Spence is in his 30s now. Yeah. Spence is what, 30, 31?
Yeah, about 30, 31.
Yeah, so he must be older than 32 because he really must be like 33, 34 at least. But there's no. This is exciting to see. But it should be a good fight. It should be as a standalone fight. It should be a good fight. But
I'm not rushing this. I'm not clamoring for it, right? But I feel like a Charlo Garcia fight is a good fight to watch, to see.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not shouting for, because I'd rather see Charlo fight to Harrison. But that's a good fight. Danny Garcia versus Tim Tszyu is a good fight, like on paper. Yeah. I'll definitely tune in for it. So, interesting. We'll see.
Like, shout out to him for taking up the challenge still, man.
Yeah.
He could have packed it.
He could have packed it. I'm sure he's made enough money. I'm sure he's been in big fights against big guys. I'm sure he's made a good amount of money, but
especially with the layoff as well.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
He's gonna be fighting once a year now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been like, it's once a year kind of thing. Yeah, we'll see how he does.
And it'd be good to see Angel Garcia again, man. Yeah.
He's worth it, yeah. He's worth it. In fact, if Danny retires, I want Angel to stay in boxing and train other people, just so I can tune into their presses and see what should work there. Because it's only Danny he trains, I believe. I don't see him in any other corners. So, you know, some of these boxing like Kenny, you see he's got different people he trains and whatnot. But Angel only works with Danny. It'd be nice to see him involve other boxers, so you get more of that, you know, that fiery persona that he brings.
That guy's so funny, man. Where he drops the N-word. Oh man,
You the chirp. No,
no one checks him.
we picked you.
No one ever checks him.
He's always ready to scrap as well. There's so many great Angel Garcia moments we can run through, man. Yeah, man. He's a madman. He's a madman, and he's more on crowd than Danny is. Always getting into it with his opponents.
Boxing dads kill us.
Yeah, man. They're the funniest. Living their dreams up via their sons.
That is what it is.
Oh, that's so funny. Cool. Let's apart from that, let's look at World 1 over here on these shores.
Yeah.
There is a boxer card going on next week, and it's actually quite a good card. It's actually a sneakily good card. So it's headlined by Billam-Smith versus Isaac Chamberlain, which is for me, that's actually a really, really good fight over at cruiserweight. Nice domestic dust up. And then also we've got on the card, there's other, you know, names that we've mentioned before on this pod. Joe Pickford's on the card.
Okay.
Fraser Clark's on the card. Adam Azim's brother, is it Hassan Azim?
Okay, yeah.
He's on the card as well. Caroline Dubois on the card. It's actually like for a domestic card, it's really stacked.
Yeah, who they facing?
They're facing nobody, but it's good to see. These are guys that I think we've mentioned, and you know, we said that, you know, we want to see more of and stuff. So, especially Pickford after his last outing, that you know that highlight reel knockout that he gave, and given that obviously Pickford's, I didn't realize like he's like 19-0 whatever, like 18k. So he's got really high KO ratio. Obviously, you question the caliber of the opponent, but he's an exciting talent to watch.
Yeah.
That's coming through in a good division. So it'd be nice to see all these guys that we mentioned before come true and, you know, talk about them. But I think the main, obviously, let's focus on the main card. Billam-Smith, Isaac Chamberlain, the battle of Lawrence Okone's former vanquished foes. Let's call it that because Okoye took both of these guys out.
He hasn't faced Billam-Smith, has he?
Yeah, he has.
You sure?
Yeah, I swear he has.
No. Reactpool beat Billam-Smith. Reactpool beat Billam-Smith.
Not Okoye?
Nah.
Let me check now.
Because I know Okone's run through the division, but he hasn't faced
I
Billam-Smith.
swear he fought Billam-Smith.
I don't think so.
Right.
For Matty Askin,
It's Reactpool. That was a close one as well. That was a split decision. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Okay, cool. But yeah, both of these guys. So Billam-Smith.
Because Billam-Smith has been around for time.
Yeah,
He's been around for a
I
long
swear, Cody fought him. Right. Who am I getting confused with then?
Reactpool, it must.
No, I mean, which opponent?
Maybe Matty Askin or one of them.
Might be Askin, maybe. Yeah. Fair. Good fight though, Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, good fight. Chamberlain, Billam-Smith, really good fight. I think. Yeah, partly because obviously they both suffered losses against what you would say domestically two of the top two guys.
Yeah.
And since those losses, they haven't lost. They've been winning, on the get back, building themselves back up again. And would you say, Flo, this could be a potential like crossroads fight for one of them?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I'll be so real. I don't think any of these guys are going to be world level.
I don't think so. I think they're good domestically, but I don't see them beating obviously their colleagues, etc.
Well, the cruiserweight division is another semi-trash division.
Why do you say that? What, domestically or just globally?
Globally, in terms of the landscape where it's at now. We just seen Bradis taking L.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at the landscape, the big guys, Cody's probably going to move up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Reactpool's probably going to move up to heavyweight at some point.
Yeah.
Anyone who can make heavyweight will try and make heavyweight. So they'll get out of cruiserweight pretty quickly. So it's not a division where it's going to be stacked with people willing to mix it up. People are either going to shift up, be there quickly, get out. So maybe if the landscape kind of moves in a way that benefits them, they could grab the world title, because you've seen Jair Patia grab the world title. We didn't really know too much about my man.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, it's possible. But right now with the Lorenzo Coley's and the React Pros, I don't think they're grabbing anything.
Yeah.
But in terms of the matchup, in terms of the crossroads you asked, yeah, they've both taken losses to these guys.
Yeah.
Their careers haven't really taken off beyond British level.
Yeah.
I don't think they fought at European level, really.
Not really,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, Lorenzo Coley went ghost. Isaac Chamberlain went ghost after the European loss, really.
He did, yeah.
I think he had issues with his trainer and whatnot. Billam-Smith had a good win against Tony McCarthy, which was a rematch.
Yeah.
And the first fight was contentious. I thought he nearly even lost it. I think it was a draw. Was it a draw or split decision win that he got? And he ran it back anyway.
I think it was split decision win.
Yeah, I think it could have been a draw against Tony McCarthy. So, I don't know. Whoever loses is almost staying at British level almost. It's a wrap for them that way.
It is that crossroad, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's a fair point.
At the least, they won't have much backing from a promoter if they lose this.
Yeah.
I think, the loser kind of gets shifted to the bench, and maybe the winner gets a bit of a push in that sense.
100%. Do you see both of these guys being like, obviously coming off their losses? Do you say they've improved enough to like, have a rematch, to warrant a rematch with the guys that they lost to? So, for example, Billam-Smith fighting React again, and Chamberlain. Well, so I know the answer between Chamberlain and Coley. That's a no though.
The Billam-Smith React one was close.
Very close. Yeah.
It was close. But React is always pretty much always close till he knocks you out.
Yeah.
Till he stops you.
He hurt him. Yeah. It was one of those ones where it was like the boxer versus the power puncher, and obviously Billam-Smith had the success because he was boxing well, but then he got caught a couple of times and got hurt. So yeah.
I'll be so real. I haven't seen much of Chamberlain since. I think he fought Luke.
He's been fighting cannon fodder.
Watkins, I saw that fight. He won. Then he fought.
He fought one on was it on Dave or whatever?
Yeah, he was, I don't know where he was fighting. I can't lie.
And he gave some right. He knocked him out in like one round or whatever.
I think that's the guy who
Coley. Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
And that was a nonsense fight. That was a nonsense knockout. The guy just collapsed from a body shot. And it looked like a. Yeah, not a dive, but my man went serious. So I can't even take too much from what Chamberlain's been doing.
Yeah.
It's good to see him back at this level. But I haven't. Well, you asked about improvements. I haven't seen too much to say. There's clear improvements.
Yeah.
I imagine there would have been.
Yeah.
You fought Coley like 5.
Remember we said that the Coley fight was too soon for both of them. Not even just for both of them, and I feel like Eddie, because they were both matching at the time. Eddie, obviously they had Needle, they had the rivalry. They were both, going at it, etc. And they both didn't like each other. And obviously, we on this pod we love Needle.
Yeah.
But I feel like
the one where they were pulling up to each other in the gym. And
trust, and it shows as well. They were pulling up to each other, and I feel like it was a case of just Eddie saw the rivalry there, and he thought, let me just cash in it now if I can. And yeah, I think when the fight was made, I don't know. Well, the pod wasn't running then, but was the pod going on when the fight was made?
No, I couldn't. It was like 4 years ago.
But I remember having conversations with you saying that I thought that this is too soon.
Yeah.
This is too soon. I think we both had those same sentiments, saying that this is way too soon for both these men.
Yeah.
But
under 10 fights in both.
Yeah. But we're with it because the lead was real. You get me? Boy, to be fair, who's it? I think. Didn't Chamberlain come out and said that it wasn't even like real beef? He just did it to stoke the fire, kind of. I think one of them came out and said that it wasn't even like.
The beef doesn't stem from anything.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I guess it was just because they were both domestic and they were both winning. They were both seen as top 2 domestically. So.
I think it was almost following trying to follow the AJ
Dylan White. Yeah, 100%.
That formula where it's like, there's beef here.
It makes sense as well because I think Chambers from Brixton, that's where so like
Yeah. Was he with Don Charles or am I bugging? Isaac Chamberlain at the time.
Ted Bammy was his trainer.
Ted Bammy.
That's his that's his uncle.
Yeah, that's what he was.
That's he beat. Beat.
Ted Bammy,
So that fight came too soon. We said that, and the fight was a stinker. Absolute stinker. I think you predicted that as well. You said you didn't think it's gonna be a good fight, but obviously Needle sells fights. You're like, okay, cool. But the fight was a horror. The fight was a howler. It was a howler.
They were way too raw for that time.
Yeah. I'm not calling it didn't stink because of the fact that they're both
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they're both, it was way too early in their careers.
Yeah.
Way too early for them. And it just wasn't a good showing. And yeah, they accused Cody of holding him throughout the entire fight. Chamberlain couldn't do anything. You know, that villainous star. Chamberlain was not ready for it that night. And since then, I think he's always taking shots at Cody, saying, remember he pulled up to one of the Cody fight with a pillow.
Yeah.
And he pretended to sleep and stuff. But yeah, that was way too early for both of them in their careers. And yeah, since then, as you said, my man went ghost. My man, I know he went to America, he got some training over in America, etc. But yeah, man, we haven't really been following. I can't lie, he dropped off the radar. Mm. So if he wins, this is like a big bounce back win for him. Even though he's bounced back and won many times since the Cody loss.
Yeah.
This is the true bounce back. This is what really will catapult him back into the public's eyes, and they'll think, okay, cool. Yo, he's still got something to offer. He's back, or he's learned, etc. Kind of what how Dylan White was able to bounce back and be in the public, be on the lip. His name was on people's lips afterwards, after the AJ loss. I like Chris Billam-Smith though.
Yeah.
I do rate him. I actually fancy him for this fight. I think he's gonna. Just from what I feel like he's been in with a better opposition since his loss to Riakporhe, and I just think from a boxing perspective, I've always thought he's a better. I feel like he's a better boxer in this matchup.
Yeah.
The Riakporhe fight was probably another one that you probably say too early. But yeah, he pushed Riakporhe. It was a close fight. Yeah, just overall, I've liked watching him work before. So yeah, I feel like I fancy him for this fight. I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, outside of Chris Billam-Smith. Points, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm not writing off Chamberlain.
Yeah, not at all.
Purely because I haven't seen enough.
Yeah.
The Cody fight was years ago. I remember the Luke Watkins win was good. I saw his last fight, which was, I can't take nothing away from him. I liked his jab early on, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the fact he went to the body, but he'd already seen a Cody stop my man with a body shot. So, so I can't even take too much. First round knockout, you can't take too much, especially if someone who's been getting knocked out. So I can't say, I'm riding with Chamberlain because of this, and this, because there's nothing I've really seen too tough.
Yeah.
If you can I look at the Riakporhe win against Billam-Smith and the first Tommy McCarthy fight with Billam-Smith. There's things you can take from that because they kind of upset Billam-Smith's rhythm and made it tough for him. So if you can emulate some of the stuff there, then you can win. But I think Billam-Smith, from what I've seen, is the better fighter. I can't lie.
It's fair.
And I've seen more of him. He's fought at a higher level, for better position, really. And his loss was a close loss. Chamberlain lost flat out to Cody. Yeah. It wasn't a great fight, but he lost it.
I hear you. So 100%.
And who's the home fight? Billam-Smith, I think so.
Yeah. So the fight, this card's in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Billam-Smith is one of them sides, and I'm gonna guess.
I know Chamberlain.
So he's the one whose name's first in the fight. It's a boxer fight. So obviously we know Billam-Smith is signed to boxer, whereas I don't even know who Chamberlain's signed to these days.
And this what is boxing, so you got to take into account.
100%.
Who's the A side? Who's the home favourite? All of that.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but no, it's a good fight though. It's a good domestic level fight, and the winner can as we said, can catapult himself into having a second chance, I guess, in that cruiserweight division. Yeah, it's definitely a crossroad. It's a big fight actually, to be fair, for both of these lost careers, given the stipulations and what's occurred between them previously.
Chamberlain's still young though. He's not.
He's about 28, 29, I feel like.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah. I know Billam-Smith's been around a lot longer.
I think he's about 30.
Yeah, he must be 30.
If I recall. I think he's about 30.
Yeah, I've never managed him as being a youngster as such.
Yeah.
I know we've seen Chamberlain make his debut kind of thing. We've seen him throughout his career. So I think Chamberlain still has time on his sides if he can pick it up, pick up the levels. If he can win this, it's huge for him. Yeah. He can definitely start saying, I'm fixing this division now.
I feel like if Billam-Smith wins this, they're gonna shop the Riakporhe rematch.
Makes sense.
They make boxer, obviously, both of them being a boxer. Because Riakporhe is he? I don't think he's mandatory for anything yet.
Was he mandatory for Bradis or no? No.
Was he?
Well, he couldn't have been. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I feel like he's not mandatory.
But they kept saying, what was he? What he fought for a belt? Was it an interim belt or what? WBC something?
Diamond belt. Or something
international maybe or something.
Yeah.
They kept saying, oh yeah, this will put him in a position for something.
I can check. Let me check quickly. So yeah, looking at this, Riakporhe, he won the silver cruiserweight title against Duro Dula.
The silver.
Yeah. And then
that's
WBC silver. I think that's the book. So, but obviously Juma and Turchi, there was no belts or whatever.
So what did? I remember Adam Smith talking bears.
So I'm guessing that he's in position. Well, I guess he's highly ranked in WBC. He must be on the silver belt. WBC champ is. Let me check.
Okoli, no?
Is Okoli WBC? No, it's Makabu.
Oh yeah, that's the Makabu. Yeah, WBC is the one who pandered to Canelo. Yeah. I wish you should have lined him up for sure out the blue. Okay, calm.
Yeah, so it's Makabu's belt that we assume he's highly ranked for. But yeah, as I say, he's not mandatory when he slots.
Yeah, so Billam-Smith fight makes sense there.
So that's why I feel like they're gonna shop that, and don't forget, because of the fact that the first one was close, split decision, he has grounds. I'll be fair, he has grounds, especially if he takes out Chamberlain in good fashion. He definitely has grounds for a rematch with Riakporhe. And then obviously if he wins that, then I'm guessing if Riakporhe wins that, then maybe they can push Riakporhe versus Makabu. But
if the rumours are true, well, I think it's been openly discussed now that Okoli has one fight left with Matchroom.
Yeah.
And offers have been put in.
Yeah.
Like,
he might. Yeah.
At first, Eddie Hearn was trying to keep it on the wraps.
Yeah.
We talked about it before it even came out.
Yeah.
Because we heard anyway, but now it's out there that Sky's putting a bid for Okoli. They want him to be the face, the new AJ, and Eddie Hearn is now dissing Okoli, saying that good luck with that. So slighting his own man, even though he has one fight left. So it's clear that Okoli might jump ship at this point.
Boy, how would Richard feel? Obviously, that makes the fight easy to make, but don't forget, they build Richard as the one that they're going to make the face.
Yeah, but Riakporhe's old as well.
He's even older.
Yeah, he's like 30 something.
Yeah, he's even older still, yeah.
So, yeah, fair, it's healthy for that stable. If they can just keep getting more fighters and more fighters in the same division, then they could keep it in-house.
Yeah, true.
They can keep it in-house and they can start putting on good fights and pay-per-view matchups.
Yeah.
So, because that's what it's going to be. Riakporhe v. Okoli is a pay-per-view fight. Yeah, well, yeah.
They'll shop it. They'll slang it. They'll slang it regardless.
Yeah. So, he probably shouldn't be, but Okoli's a champion, so it will be.
Yeah.
So if they can bring him over, so Billam-Smith, Riakporhe next, then let's say Riakporhe wins again, Riakporhe, Okoli.
Do you think he should jump ship then? As in, if I think for his career, do you think that's the best move for him?
It's a tough one.
This guy won't pay him as much as Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but I think the Sky exposure is big. Like when you look at during the football season, they push the fights and you see it.
Yeah, true. That, they talk about it Monday Night Football.
Like Adam Smith says, they've got the darts, the golf, the football.
Yeah.
Like the promotion will be there for you. The problem is Okoli's already tarnished his rep for the UK. Every time Okoli's in a fight, people use the same narrative that he's boring.
Yeah.
And we push back on that because it's been really 2 fights. That's happening. Askin and Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's knocking out people, stopping people in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
Yeah.
Looking, well, not clean, but like we say, villainous style. Like if you want to get your work off, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a bad rep. So maybe that player is a disadvantage if he does move over to this guy, because I think boxing heads appreciate him more than casuals.
Yeah.
So more eyes, but if the eyes don't like what they see, then it's bad for him.
Yeah.
So and plus, to be honest, the Zona naturally aren't getting him the fights he wants. He wants Paredes. That's not been able to happen.
Yeah.
They got him a title, but he wants Paredes. Couldn't get that. We'll see if he gets Jay or Patia. We'll see if he gets Makabu. But he's been sitting on that title for 2-3 fights now.
I don't know why he hasn't called. I know you want Paredes the most, but go for these other men if he's not available. Obviously, Paredes is done now. But so Guillaume Larion, who's been sitting there for 3 years with that belt, no title defense, is nothing, just chilling. Still so funny to me.
I did a fight for no belts.
Didn't fight for the belt, got awarded the belt, and has just been chilling with the belt. And yeah, Makabu, I don't even know who Makabu signed to. But I feel like, obviously they were close to making the Canelo thing, so I feel like dealing with the zone would be easy. So, I don't even know why, when Canelo decided not to go to cruiserweight, why didn't Hearn and that push through the, okay, cool, we'll just give you the Okoli, let's do it. Obviously, I guess maybe because Okoli was so hell-bent on Braiders at the time.
Yeah.
But even then, I still would have pushed, I still would have offered that. I don't even, to be fair, it might have, we don't know. But
maybe that's why he was the cut.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't like plan A, Canelo, cool. Oh, if you can't do the Canelo, cool. We got Cody here. We're gonna unify. But yeah, it didn't happen.
The way Hearn rides for Canelo, whatever Canelo wants, Canelo gets.
Yeah, of course. No, but I don't blame him. To be fair, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
That's Canelo.
Yeah, that's the
main money buy in boxing. Full stop.
And with Matthew trying to go global.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go.
It makes sense. I'm probably, if I'm in the same position, I'm pandering too. I can't lie, because that's Canelo, man. Like, certain people you got to do it for.
Yeah.
And having Canelo in your good, being in Canelo's good books is going to go a long way.
And maybe they've not seen the return on investment they expected from Cody, because remember, I was following AJ's footsteps. He was in the Olympics after AJ, right?
He was, yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't even medal. So yeah, doubt he would have the same impact, but yeah.
But he himself, backed by AJ, signed by AJ's management and everything. So like he's
Costa and Rolly too. Costa and Rolly.
That's a light change for her. Trust me, that's a light change for Eddie. Light change for Edward. But yeah, that division, as we said before, it's a bit smelly. It has potential though, but yeah, we'll see. But with this fight, so just to round off the domestic dust-up between Billam-Smith and Chamberlain, yeah, fancy Billam-Smith W here. And yeah, don't be surprised, listeners, to see them then suddenly shot the rematch with Riakporhe. Boy, Chamberlain, if he wins, it's massive for him, as he's kind of like the forgotten man domestically. But if he loses, boy, it could be a bit, I don't want to say it's over for him, he's still young, but he's going to have to rebuild it again. And you question, yeah, you've lost twice now to domestic rivals, where's your place going to be in this division? Do you still have it, etc.? But yeah, he's still young, so it's early days, you get it.
And you could lose good.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Which he's always been making a career out of recently, so yeah, 100%. Cool. Just before we round off, I want to bring back our nice little segment on Boys of the Week.
Yeah,
I feel like obviously first out of the studio, we got to do it. You get me? So we got to try and to be doing this as well, like more regularly. But
it's going to be the same two brothers. I can't lie to you. It's going to always be the same.
What you say? Certain man got multiple selections.
Bro, there's the top two guys. The two horse race every week.
Multiple Boys of the Week team selections.
Repeat offenders out here, man. I'm telling you.
Go there first. What do you say? Who are they?
Exhibit 8. So yeah, obviously I'm chilling on Twitter now. And I see undisputed lightweight champion in Devin Haney tweet.
Yeah.
So this is the tweet here. No, first I was the email champ. Now all of a sudden belts don't matter no more. I had to retweet that one because it's crazy.
Who do you think he's talking about here?
Spot on with that. What's his name? King Ryan Garcia.
King. I ain't ever called him King. Ryan Garcia, bro.
That guy is, oh my gosh, bozo gene all over him. This guy was, everyone was running the email champ claims. Everyone was dropping it.
Big facts.
Now email champ is undisputed. No one's talking about undisputed. No one's saying his name.
And they even try and get out of the division. Forget the call outs. You've got man running from the division saying, I've got nothing left to do here. These are men who haven't won a belt, by the way. They haven't fought for no belts.
That were mandatory for this guy.
Mandatory.
Now all of a sudden, yeah, no one cares about belts. They want to see me v Tank. Tank, let's make it.
Do you see the clip he put?
Yeah.
Hey, the punch was fast though, but still, it's cornball behaviour from Ryan Garcia. Again,
he was mandatory for the email champ. He kept screaming.
Yeah.
Now email champ's undisputed. You cleared out the division.
Yeah.
You said I'm a 140 fighter now. All of a sudden.
Facts.
You weren't struggling to make weight. Yeah. So that's kind of the number one for Bozo of the Week, Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
To be fair, the rest of the division as well could line up behind him, but he's the one who's been talking the most stupidness.
He's the most corny one out of all them, so.
Now, repeat offender for Bozo of the Week is your boy, Chris Eubank Jr.
Boy.
Now, this is one of the smelliest tweets I've ever seen in my life.
Read it out in full.
Context, Jake Paul mentions to Chris Eubank Jr. that there shouldn't be a rehydration clause be his fight with Conor Benn. Conor Benn obviously being a welterweight, Eubank Jr. being a middleweight. Just fight Eubank Jr. and stop being scared or whatever. Chris Eubank responds with this: Yo, Jake Paul, once I deal with Ben and you take care of Rahman, how about me and you go a couple of rounds? I'll come in at 160, you come in at whatever way you want. Winner gets Canelo. And don't worry, I ain't no Tommy Fury. If I say I'm going to do something, it gets done. Every line in that tweet is stinky. It's disgusting.
Hella lies in that tweet as well, because man said if I say I'm going to do something, I get it done. So what happened when you meant to fight Triple G, huh?
That's why I say every line is stinky. You say you're no Tommy Fury, you're Chris Eubank Jr. You've been ducking.
Why are you comparing yourself to Love Island stuff?
Oh, you said you're going to fight this person, you didn't fight this person. He's called out everyone. Golovkin you were meant to fight, didn't fight Golovkin.
Trust.
You wanted to rematch, what's his name? Billy Joe Saunders.
Yep.
Didn't happen.
Yep.
Carl Brook, didn't happen. Demetrius Andre, didn't happen. All these guys.
Didn't happen with Charlotte, bro.
Felix Cash, never happened. So all this talking that you're doing, and how does that make sense? You fight a welterweight, you fight a YouTuber, then you fight Canelo. And what planet you?
Look, he's bumped his head. Because to send that tweet out.
He's bantering. I've deeped it. He's bantering. I've only just deeped it now. He's a troll. He's a troll. Because you don't tweet that out and shit, this is a good idea.
Flores, that lineup is insane. Man said, wait, Conor Benn to Jake Paul to Canelo. Do you know how crazy that lineup is?
Winner against Canelo. What are you talking about?
Some insane lineup, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, this guy's silly.
Chris Eubank, I said it before in previous episodes. You better not lose to Conor Benn. We're coming here. Flawless. If Eubank loses to Conor Benn, we're here the same night.
Oh, man.
Grilling my man, because, boy, yeah.
You know what, listeners, you decide. Who's Bozo of the Week? Is it...
we'll put the poll up. We'll put the poll up on the IGN and the Twitter page as well.
Duck King Ryan Garcia, or I don't know, the embarrassment.
Chris Doofus Eubank, because that guy's a doofus.
My gosh.
Yeah, those two tweets, nasty tweets.
It's not the last we'll see of them two, man. They'll be back.
100%. Floyd, the Bozo gene will always reveal itself.
They can't hide. They can't help themselves.
The Bozo has to come out by force. So yeah, man. Two horrible boxers. not as in, but just two horrible guys, man. Yeah. Terrible. But shout out to Devin Haney for calling out the BS and the hypocrisy. Yeah, man. What's the reason why we rate Devin? You know, he's cut from a certain cloth. Yeah, so shout out to my man. But yeah, man. 100 episodes. I feel like we're up there, right?
Yeah,
man. It's been a good one. This is definitely something you're gonna see more of listeners. 100%. Just so we found a nice little spot to get this recorded. But yeah, once again, thank you for listening and rocking with us each week. More boxing content to come. It's only ways up in the flows.
For sure.
But yeah, signing off. I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flows. And
this has been episode 100 of the SZN Podcast. Please keep following, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. Peace.
You taking a strap? I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.